666.
Saudi Arabia's Ma'aden forms JV with PIF, Public Investment Fund, to invest in mining assets abroad. The Saudi Arabian Mining Company, the Gulf's largest miner, said on Wednesday it agreed to form a joint venture with the kingdom's sovereign wealth fund to invest in mining assets globally. Ma'aden will own 51% of the venture, while the Public Investment Fund will own 49%, the company said in a regulatory filing.
This is coming along the sidelines of the Future Minerals Forum, which took place in Riyadh this week. And Richard, we had actually, when we started this podcast just a little bit over a year ago, and somebody were to tell me that you guys really talk a lot about mining and minerals, I would be like, well, I don't really know anything about that sector. And I feel like we have just had a really good, consistent coverage of the sector, just with everything, just because there's so much going on. But this is very interesting because this is the first foray that I've seen, and please correct me if I'm wrong, of the PIF getting into this sector. It's mostly been Ma'aden and the minerals, Ministry of Mineral and Industry and Mineral Resources, I should say. There haven't been a lot, as far as I could see, of PIF investments into mining and minerals. So this was significant for that reason.
Agreed, and it's interesting how they're going about that. There's a good in the Susig review today. We cited a Financial Times piece on this, which is good. And the piece, one of the aspects of the piece, is saying they're actually understating how much they're planning to invest. 3.2 billion is what they're talking about, but that it's going to be bigger than that. The other thing that I thought was interesting, and it was it was our quoted today from that article, and this is what it said. The quote: "The strategy of the fund has parallels with Japanese trading houses, which took equity stakes in mining projects during the country's post-war industrialization to supply manufacturers." You see Saudi Arabia in other sectors, electronic vehicles, a lot of energy and petrochemical related industries, going out and investing in companies they think they have promising technology in order to support domestic manufacturing and industrial sectors. And this is what this fund is going to be doing. You know, they quite specifically state, and I have to pull it up here, but what they're looking at is the fund will be used to take equity positions in existing assets or existing companies that can provide the offtake metal we need for development in the kingdom. It will initially be to invest in iron ore, copper, nickel, and lithium sectors as a non-operating partner taking minority equity positions. So as with so many things in Saudi Arabia, it's done in terms of PIF and its global investments. It's intended to have a direct feedback and connection in a supporting role for what they want to accomplish domestically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've got that mandate by Vision 2030, or I guess the goal from in Vision 2030, the Ministry of Industry and Mineral Resources, to set up 36,000 factories by 2030, and they're really only about a third of the way there. So there's some tie-in with that. Interestingly as well, Richard, this was another sidelines of the Future Minerals Forum news story, but Ma'aden also agreed to acquire a 9.9% stake in Ivanhoe Electric, which is an American minerals exploration and development firm. So this was, I mean, the Future Minerals Forum just like turbocharges the deals in this sector. And this was a big one this year. We actually talked about it 2 weeks ago, I believe, as a little, maybe it was last week, as a little, hey, this is happening. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out of it. And
that was my one big thing. I think it was my one big thing.
Was it one big thing?
It might have been. You know, it all blends together.
Well, I've taken a lot of hits on the head, so I mean, I would not be surprised if I'm the one that's wrong here. So